Today we got two of the most powerful beings in the entire Marvel Universe going head to head. The All-Father Odin take on the great and powerful Dormammu. Who's coming on top here? Let's find out. Odin is the All-Father Norse gods, the ruler of Asgard. He's the son of Bor, brother of Vili and Ve, husband of Frigga, and the father of Thor, Vidar, Balder, adopted father of Loki. Odin is the wisest and by far the most powerful of the Asgardian gods. While not omnipotent, Odin is a vastly powerful being who's been alive for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years. Even though Odin is one of the oldest Asgardians, he should only lift over 90 tons, while the average male Asgardian can lift only 30 tons. Then he can lift even heavier objects thanks to his powers. That's just his natural strength. Odin was able to battle for 40 days and 40 nights without tiring, and his reflexes even rival Thor. He's also highly resistant to nearly all forms of attacks, and has been shown to not be affected by Silver Surfer's attacks, and isn't phased by energy blasts from cosmic level entities. Odin is usually never seen without his scepter, and also has two powerful weapons that he can call upon in the direst situations. His indestructible enchanted spear Gungnir, and his powerful mace, Threadstuck. However, Odin doesn't usually need to resort to physical confrontations, and that's because he possesses the Odin Force. This lets him manipulate vast cosmic energy, and has granted him the ability to do tons of different stuff, like reading minds from across dimensions, creating force fields that are essentially impossible to get through, altering his size, projecting force blasts that are powerful enough to one-shot the Silver Surfer. He's able to teleport himself or others anywhere he desires, and one time even teleported all of Asgard to New York City just to prove that he could do it. He's capable of manipulating all forms of energy, and that includes mystical energies as well, and can stop time, reverse time, or create time bubbles that are immune from outside interference. Odin can transmute elements, create new worlds out of nothing, rekindle dying stars, effortlessly destroy entire galaxies, and has repaired damage done to the universe before. Odin's also one of the few that's been able to knock out Galactus, and he's the one who created the Destroyer armor, which is battled against Celestials. So, as we got one corner, the All-Father Odin. But, entering the ring, in the corner, Doctor Strange's greatest adversary, Dormammu. Dormammu is the ruler of the Dark Dimension, and is a being of immense mystical power. He uses his vast powers to conquer other universes and dimensions, making himself the enemy of Doctor Strange in the process. Dormammu is one of the most powerful magical users in the Marvel Universe, and easily dwarfs the powers of Doctor Strange, Mephisto, Hela, and Hailstorm, the son of Satan. He steadily has the power to destroy Asgard, destroy the Dark Dimension. He's defeated several Sorcerer Supremes throughout history. The Deviant said they burned Celestials in the flames of the Falltime. Also said they had enough power to defeat both Celestials and the Lords of Order. With all this magical ability, Dormammu has a whole lot of different powers in his arsenal. He's demonstrated energy projection, protective shields, time travel, elemental control, radio opening abilities, teleportation, soul manipulation, life force absorption, opening portals, energy, and manipulation. Will turn the Hulk into crystal without lifting a finger, resist transmutation from Doctor Strange, able to control lesser mystical beings like Magic and Scarlet Witch. Dormammu is incredibly durable, has even resisted an attack from Doctor Strange, where Strange said he was hurling all the magic in the universe at him. And while his body is mystical energy, he can still be dissipated. But Dormammu is immortal and will always return. One that's interesting is that Dormammu will fight with minions, chiefly the Mindless Ones. Just who are the Mindless Ones, though? Well, the Mindless Ones are a monstrous race of mindless slaves from the Dread Dimension, who are superhumanly strong and durable, and can fire energy beams from their single eye. So, who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now, Odin and Dormammu are without a doubt two of the most powerful beings in the entire Marvel Universe. Really, two of the most powerful beings in all of comics. And both of them have done some truly incredible stuff throughout the years. But if they were ever to have a knockout, drag-out fight, who come out on top? Well, today, as we're going to find out. Now, when we're operating with people on this power level, well, they can essentially do just about anything. I mean, Dormammu has battled against eternity, and Odin has shaken the very fabric of the multiverse with his fights. That's the kind of power level we're talking about here. And when we're talking about people on this power level, well, the only real question we need to answer is who is more powerful? So, who is more powerful? Well, like we said, they both done some truly incredible things. Odin is able to fight against a cosmic sentient superstorm, which is the size of a galaxy, for days on end, and actually won the fight. He's fought against Set and actually shattered galaxies and shook the very fabric of the multiverse. And Odin has also fought against and defeated Infinity, crumbling entire galaxies in the process. And Odin was actually weakened in that last fight, seeing as how Infinity was created using half of Odin's soul. His fight with Surtur shook the 9 realms. Surtur's eternal flame was burning across the 9 realms, was eventually going to burn through the entire multiverse, but Odin had no problem containing that flame. Also ripped out the 10th realm from the world tree and hid it from the others. Just to make all this so much more impressive, it's been said that each of the realms, each of the worlds on the world tree, are actually fully complete and distinct universes. So Odin is clearly a universal level being. It's kinda hard to argue against that. What about Dormammu? Well, he's made Shumagarath retreat even though they were in a dimension where Shumagarath had become a god. Stated that he would destroy the Lords of Order and the Celestials once his power returned. He's defeated countless Sorcerer Supremes throughout history. And Mephisto did claim that Dormammu has the power to not just kill the other Hell Lords unless they cooperate, but overwhelm and destroy Asgard. In a far weaker body than normal, Dormammu still had enough power to rival Skyfathers like Zeus and, yes, Odin. He was destroying the Dark Dimension, an entire universe, as a simple side effect of being angry. He's capable of absorbing entire universes. Dormammu's Flames of the Faltine, which is only a part of his power, was able to destroy an actual multiverse singularity. He's disintegrated eternity, nearly destroyed the universe on top of that, while using less than 1/10 of his power. He was able to make people like Silver Surfer and Doctor Strange look like school children. He's actually able to one-shot them with just the wave of his hand. And although Loki said that he's heard Odin mention Dormammu as being as powerful as himself, that's either Loki lying and being very arrogant, or Odin severely underestimated Dormammu. Sorcerer Supreme Loki ran screaming from Dormammu. And when Dormammu gave Loki just a fraction of his power, well, Loki's mind was reduced to that of a scared baby. It's actually a nice comparison, because when Odin did the same thing and gave Loki a fraction of his power, nothing like that happened. Dormammu created the Helllord Satanish as basically his personal lapdog, yet Satanish was powerful enough to rival Mephisto. Mephisto very nearly beat Galactus. Even Satanish himself matched up against a magically amped Galactus for a few pages before losing. Then Dormammu managed to corrupt and turn Heimdall into a servant, and Heimdall openly admits the Dread One is a being beyond all comprehension. And just like with the Loki example, it should be noted that Heimdall knows and actually uses Odin's magic. So for him to consider Dormammu to be all that, when he already knows the powers of the Allfather, well, that really speaks volumes here. So yeah, with all that in context, Dormammu is definitely looking like he's more powerful than Odin here. But it's not necessarily that simple. Because while Dormammu has had plenty of good showings throughout the years, it also has some bad ones. Like, forget all the times that Doctor Strange has beaten Dormammu. Scarlet Witch has beaten him. Magic beat him. Brother Voodoo beat him. Hulk, Absorbing Man, and even Cyclops have all injured him in the past. That's a really rough look, and actually makes him look a whole lot less impressive in comparison to the Allfather. But of course, you can't just take all these low showings at face value. There's context behind everything. especially things like Cyclops injuring a being on Dormammu and Odin's power level. So what happened here? Well, in almost every single case, Dormammu was weakened and wasn't at full power, or one of them was using weapon or artifact that could specifically injure Dormammu, like the Black Crystal or the Eye of Agamotto. None of them will you necessarily call a clean victory. So then the final question, really the only one that matters, are Dormammu and Odin equals? No, Dormammu is superior. There have been times a few decades ago when Dormammu and Odin were equals. Dormammu even considered himself equal to the All-Father, but the Dread One has received multiple power upgrades since then, and is now just on a higher plane. And there's plenty of evidence for this. Loki absorbing Odin's power versus absorbing Dormammu's power. Mephisto said that a weakened Dormammu, after conquering his and Satanish dimension, will be powerful enough again to kill all of Hela's family, which includes Odin. The Living Tribunal recognized Dormammu's ultimate importance in the cosmic mystical balance, but Odin's death was no more than a whisper for him. Dormammu is just more powerful than Odin. There's really no question about it. And because of that, I'm going to give the victory to Dormammu here. Dormammu wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sound off in the comments down below. Also be sure, the like button, subscribe button, turn notification from the Fanco Army, and I will see you next time.